Sad moment because I really thought we were a better team than Arsenal. And Arteta comes in here and really beats Ole by his good players that he has. Arteta has really schooled Ole. There is no, there is no, there is no doubt on that. Arteta has taken the day. Arsenal takes the day, but a lot of comments and uncertainties and regularities into the Manchester United bench. Especially, I'm directing this game or loss to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because we really look to be a better side than Arsenal. Arsenal really came into this game when it's giving us a lot of respect. And guess what happened? We really never used that respect. Arsenal from the goal showed us that for us, we are going to sit back and we are going to wait for that one moment and we are really going to punish you. And guess what? When they really got that one moment of a penalty, they really went ahead to punish us. But all this was in the hands of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer doing really something that I never really thought he was going to do. Paul Pogba couldn't be on the pitch for all of those minutes. Paul Pogba, you take off a player known as Bruno Fernandes and you bring in a player known as Danny Van Beek. Why does Ole think that Danny Van Beek and Bruno Fernandes can't play into the same team? Why does Ole have such a thought? And if that's the thinking, why did you bring in a player known as Danny Van Beek? Because we look to be a better side than Arsenal. We have better players than Arsenal. And Ole goes ahead to make another blunder of leaving Paul Pogba on the pitch. He has been useless for the minutes he played until he really told Ole that, please, can you take me off by really fouling Hector Bellerin in a position where he wouldn't have gone for a tackle like that. Paul Pogba went for such a stupid tackle on a game against a team known as Tottenham Hotspur, and he slid into a player that is Dele Alli, and they were given a penalty, and that led to the sixth goal of Tottenham scoring against us. And Ole leaves Pogba on the pitch, and he takes off Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is a player, even if he plays badly on the pitch, you need him in free kicks, you need him in corners. He does the long shoots, he does the through balls, and now taking him off really exposed us a lot. And to leave Paul Pogba on the pitch, I think we lost this game in the hands of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I was doing the watch along, and an Arsenal fan from the Arsenal podcast really came into this and told me, and we discussed ideas, and I told him Paul Pogba is the problem into this team. And really, Ole went ahead and left Paul Pogba to play all those minutes. However much Freddie had a yellow card, okay, taking him off is okay for Matic, but even Paul Pogba wouldn't have been on the pitch. Paul Pogba wouldn't have been on the pitch, guys. He wouldn't have been on the pitch for all those minutes. He was the first player to be taken off. He was supposed to be. He wouldn't have come back into the second half to play for Manchester United, because even the first half he played nothing. And after making us concede a penalty, Ole sacrifices Bruno Fernandes, takes him off, and brings in a player known as Danny Van Beek. Danny Van Beek coming off, it's okay, but the problem is, who did he come in for? He came in with a player known as Paul Pogba. According to me, Paul Pogba wouldn't have been on the pitch. Victor Lindelof coming in doing some lazy things, but they were not utilized by Arsenal. Arsenal looked like it was not going to score in an open play against Manchester United, because all the chances that were given by Manchester United to Arsenal failed to score those goals. And really, we went ahead to see to it that we stayed down and saw Arsenal really coming all over us. These are things that Ole losing his 100th game for Manchester United at Old Trafford, Arsenal having not won at Manchester United for close to 14 years, they come and secure their first win since 2006 at Old Trafford, breaking another record. Ole losing his 100th game for Manchester United looked like an easy one, but Ole and the bench really let us down. They let us down, really. taking Bruno Fernandes off into this encounter really showed us that our technical team is really not on spot, because the player to be taken off was Paul Pogba, not Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes was giving you the chase all over. He was really giving you the chase all over Arsenal, and you take off Paul and you take him off, and you leave Paul Pogba onto the pitch, and the Paul Pogba man, who was really not even chasing, looking a lazy player onto the team. I think we lost this game because of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And Arteta really came knowing that Manchester United is really going to play like that. And he really sat down. He waited for that one moment, and he really went for a penalty to see to it that they score against us. And the chance they got, they really put the ball at the back of the net. Let's go into the game statistics as it went. Manchester United having a possession of 53, Arsenal having 47. Shots, Man United had 8 shots and Arsenal had 7. On target, United had 3 shots on target, Arsenal had 2 shots on target. Off target, Manchester United had 3 shots off target and Arsenal had 5. Man United blocked 3 shots, Arsenal blocked 0. Passing United was at 84.7%, and Arsenal was at 85%. And chances, clear-cut chances, both teams had 0 clear-cut chances. So that's how the game really looked of Manchester United against a team known as Arsenal, and we really looked bad on the day. Really looked bad, and his tactics really failed him again to win this game, because we have enough manpower to win this game. Trust me. Before we go into the referee, these decisions that he made, and all the stuff that saw us go into this game and we lose to Arsenal, it's really a bad win. United playing 6 games with 6 points. 6 games, 6 points, and Ole is putting his career on the risk to trust a man known as Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba is not the man that I really think he's supposed to be a Manchester United player. If at all I was the manager of Manchester United, I wouldn't go into and start Paul Pogba in any game of Manchester United, because he gives us nothing. He gives us nothing, guys. I rather put in Danny Van Beek to start ahead of him, because Danny Van Beek gives us a lot as a player into the midfield than Pogba. And I think really a player known as Danny Van Beek really sits behind and says, what should I do to start into this team of Manchester United? On such a big game against Arsenal, Danny Van Beek would have been a very valuable player to Manchester United. But guess what Ole does? Ole goes ahead to get out a player known as to start a player known as Paul Pogba, and Danny Van Beek is on the bench. And once again, he goes ahead to get Paul Pogba, and he makes him play 90 minutes instead of taking him off and bringing in a player known as Danny Van Beek for Paul Pogba. I think Ole really did something bad, and the tactics have really betrayed him against a team known as Arsenal. We lose to Arsenal because of Ole. That's no doubt. And let me read to you something that really the former captain of Manchester United, Roy Keane, came out and said. He said, a huge disappointment. People might have thought that Manchester United had turned the corner with the game in the midweek, but I was never kidded on by that. That's what he said. He added and said, you start a game like United did, no energy, no enthusiasm, then whatever quality you have, then you make it a long day for yourselves. That's what really Roy Keane really came out and said about our loss against Arsenal today. And you can as well go into the comment section and tell me what you think. Why did we lose against Arsenal? Who is the man to blame? Who is the reason as to why we lost? Because I go all hands to Ole. I go all hands to Ole. And I do this much reactionary, taking it to Ole, telling him that he's the reason we've lost. Why hell does he think that Paul Pogba needed to play all those minutes? Paul Pogba was not supposed to be on the pitch, because we really needed these points. Not even a draw would have been satisfactory for us. I think we really had to go for a win. And we have lost. We have not really attacked Arsenal. And this really brings a lot of question to we as the Manchester United people that really backing Ole for the job. What did we go to play for this time around? Did we play for a draw? Did we play for a win or a loss? We had each and every item, we had each and every player to go and cause harm to Arsenal. Trust me, this player we had, the quality we had could go really and cause havoc to Arsenal. But we really sat down and we never really showed that we are Manchester United to a team known as Arsenal. We had a better squad, and really, this puts a lot of questions to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and his bench. Really, they should look into themselves. This is a game we should have won. Arsenal came in and respected us, but guess what happened? The coach of Manchester United, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, really went, and saw us really lose to Manchester United. And Gary Neville says Arsenal absolutely deserved it. It leaves Manchester United in a desperate position. Yes, you were right, Gary Neville, a former captain of Manchester United, saying that Manchester United has been sat down by Arsenal, and this is what I really say about the players of Manchester United. However much Ole and his technical bench are really an issue, but we also looked like we were on a tour. We never came onto this game to really show to it that we really needed to win. The players were really happy with what was going on the field. No reaction, even when us getting a goal. Remember, Arsenal scored in the 68th game of the 68th minute of the 68th minute when we are approaching the 70th minute. But the manager, sorry, the players really never reacted, and we never saw them really put up an effort to say to it that they really wanted a goal. Danny Van Beek is the only player that came in and brought in that cross, deflected. Kiani Tierney had gone for an own goal, and it deflected off. It was stopped to go into the goal by the lower post or lower goal frame. And the players really looked like they are satisfied with what is going on. And after the game, they walk out with phone forces asking them, guys, what have you been doing into this encounter? Because you had all what it could have taken for us to win this game, because Arsenal had respected us, and we really saw to it that Arsenal was not into this game to attack us. They really respected us, and it was our chance to really take the ball to them, but we really didn't do that. I blame the technical bench, and I blame the players too, because we really had more to do. And I see Brad Paul Pogba here on an interview. I don't know what he's saying, because he really made us lose this game. It would have ended in a draw, but Manchester United really looking like no ideas. Arsenal looked from the game one that they really over us. They played close to taking us to a beating. They took us for a beating. And Arsenal, thank you for exposing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Thank you for sitting down our players who really thought that they are the better side. You sat them down, and we really deserved a beating. The players never raised to the occasion. We looked like a weak side, yet we looked like a better side. We came on paper a better side, and we lost to Arsenal, guys. I don't know what you're talking about it. If you feel like you want to join me into my live chat, there is a link I've posted. You can as well go into there and tell me what you think about this encounter of Manchester United against Arsenal and why we've lost. Smash a like on this video, guys. I know it's not a good mood in here for Manchester United people watching in, but we have to bear with the situation. We've lost to Arsenal 14 years. Not Arsenal winning at Old Trafford. If they win at Old Trafford in a very shameful display, no team, nobody, no fan of Manchester United would love to hear this. It's the worst news that we've had in the weekend. We've not won a Premier League game at Old Trafford. We've not won a Premier League game at Old Trafford, really. And this really sounds really bad. Harry Maguire putting in some comments in here after the game, saying it's hard to put your finger on it. It was a disappointing from us. It was a cagey game, a game of few chances. We needed to do more. We needed to create more. Yes, you are the captain. What did you do? Did you really Did we see you in the game really going hard and the players telling them we are running short of time? Harry, you are saying you needed to do more. What more did you do into this game? Nothing. You did nothing. Nothing as the captain. You go ahead to say that we were confident going to this game. It was unimportant to start the game. Well, we just gave the ball away too much. And why do you say all this? I want to hear you before you complete your interview on Sky Sports saying that I really told the players that let's add in another gear into this game because we have the right to win this game, but you didn't. That's not really bossed us into this game. He goes ahead to say it's not good enough. We've got to go work hard tomorrow at training. We can't find excuses. We've got to look with we've got to go we've got to look within. Yes, you have to look within, but you would have looked within the match before the 90 minutes elapsed. How do we lose to Arsenal 3 goals to nil? Guys, this is bad for Manchester United. It's something that we aren't used of. Arsenal coming in, bossing us. Harry Maguire, the captain, and the entire team, really, you should go for Keynes as Harry can really say that one of the players shouldn't be on the bus that saw Manchester United going back to Lowry Hotel. Ole should really check his team and technical team. Maguire says, we haven't won in the league at Old Trafford this season. It's disappointing. We want teams to have a tough time coming here. Yes, but what have you done? Nothing. And Paul Pogba says on conceding a penalty, maybe I was a bit out of breath from running before, and it made me to do this mistake. With the ball, we're not that good today. Myself, everyone has to do better, starting from me. The team performance has to be better. Mr. Paul Pogba, don't even think that you are running off gas. Did running off gas force you to go and commit that foul on a player known as Hector Bellerin, who was even running away? Pogba, you failed to control that player. You failed to track him from that distance he covered to reach our defense. You are a lazy player. You don't deserve to be in Manchester United. Please, Pogba. I pray one day I see Paul Pogba out of Manchester United. I think that's when we'll see Danny Van Beek really gaining his position at Manchester United and bossing around other teams. So, guys, that has been my match reaction. I'm really pissed like you guys. Thank you guys for watching in. Smash a like on this video. I'm Rokan for United Social Television, and I'm out. But Manchester United is a disappointing team today. Trust me, Arteta has schooled Ole. Arteta's tactics really came out and beat us on this. Trust me, we aren't getting any better. Ole should check his team and many more people. I'm Rokan for United Social Television. I'm signing out. Thank you for watching in. That has been the match reaction of me against